And now, the XYZ Evening News with Donald Quick.
Good evening. I'm Donald Quick with the XYZ Evening News. Tonight we have a special report on the new economic system that went into effect just last week. Our special news correspondent, Shirley McMedia, brings you this report from a local supermarket. Shirley?
Thanks, Don. Behind me, you'll see what looks like a normal line of customers paying for their groceries. But if you look very closely, you'll see that they're paying without money. All the customers have to do is place their hand over the laser scanner. It reads their personal identification number, then subtracts the amount of money they're paying for their groceries from the credit they have in their bank account. We've come down here to get the enthusiastic reactions of some of the first people to receive their credit mark. Ma'am, what do you think of the new cashless credit system?
Oh, goodness, it's wonderful. I don't have to fiddle around in my purse anymore looking for change or write checks. It makes life so simple.
Oh, the mark? I mean, it's just totally cool. It's like my own personal number on my body. Nobody can take it. I can't even lose it. Nobody can steal it. It's totally awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad I got the mark. I feel a lot safer now, and I'm glad they made it mandatory. I think it'll make it easier for the law enforcement agencies to keep it. Just a second. To keep track on the criminals, and I think society will be a lot safer.
Yeah, come on, look. See, it's got a...
And speaking of criminals, the government has issued a law making it illegal to buy or sell without the new credit mark. It is a criminal offense to refuse to get your own personal identification number. Shirley McMedia, XYZ News at your local supermarket. Back to you, Don.
Thanks, Shirley. You may be wondering, why would anyone want to refuse to get a credit mark anyway? Here's an interview with a religious fanatic who was picked up just this afternoon for failing to have a credit mark. In fact, he was picked up in front of a credit registration center for passing out pamphlets claiming to expose the new world credit system as a sort of, quote, satanic conspiracy.
Why did you refuse to take the mark?
Because the Bible warns all true Christians not to take the mark, or to worship the world dictator which is known as the Antichrist in the Bible.
So do you believe this is worth going to prison or even dying for?
Of course I do. You know, I was arrested for warning other people about taking the mark before it's too late. You know, the Antichrist is going to be destroyed, and Jesus is coming back soon. And also it says...
Now with me on the show tonight is Pastor Dumkoff, the pastor of one of the largest and most respected churches in our city. Pastor Dumkoff, does the Bible really say that it's wrong to respect, honor, and worship our great world leader?
Oh, no. I personally have received the mark myself, and I've advised my congregation to do the same. It's mostly just these, religious fanatics who freak out about these type of things. But if you would read the Bible, it clearly states in Romans 13, chapter 13, verses 1 through 7, that Christians should submit to the higher powers, as well as 1 Peter 2:17 that tells us to honor the king. So what could possibly be wrong with submitting to and worshiping our great world leader who has restored order to the world after the economic crash? It's just another level that the church is moving on to, and we're very excited about all the good things that the new world order is accomplishing.
Thank you very much, Pastor. Now on to our next news feature. Although the economic outlook brightened considerably in the last week, the country has been rocked by a series of unprecedented natural disasters that have left relief and law enforcement agencies struggling to maintain law and order. Tornadoes have been ravaging the Midwest, and California was struck by the third major earthquake of this year. Weather patterns throughout the entire continent have been strangely disrupted. Yesterday, in a freak accident, 3 credit registration centers and even a registration enforcement patrol were struck by lightning on an otherwise clear day. In a statement released, the government has denied the popular rumor attributing this and other freak natural phenomenon to a number of self-proclaimed prophets or rebel Christian leaders. It is said that these are merely natural variations in weather patterns and may, in fact, be due to the greenhouse effect or global warming. The government urges all citizens to remain calm and promises that future research will no doubt solve these and other problems. Well, that's part of our world tonight. This is Donald Quick with XYZ Evening News, wishing you a good night.
Say, don't mess with us. You know, this guy's don't touch.
Yeah, yes, that did happen. I was definitely being recruited. But it's more subtle than that.
Well, your words. Just go through the process, and then what he said.
Well, what it is remember we were friends, and we used to go to my house a lot. We'd have dinner, we'd talk, and he'd tell me about business investments, how you get involved in, you know, or they would help me with this business investment or that business investment. And was I interested in joining the Council on Foreign Relations? You know, I would have to get a letter to join them, but was I interested in that? And you know, just stuff, you know, leading you on. And I used to say to him that I never really did that because that wasn't where I was coming from. You know, as much as I like you, Nick, you know, your ways and my ways we're on the opposite side of the fence. You know, I don't believe in enslaving people. You know, and
he would come back with, "Oh, I do." Or?
Well, it would be more like
it's better for them.
Well, it's more like, you know, how do I put it? It was like, what do you care about them? What do you care about those people? What difference does it make to you? Take care of your own life. Do the best you can for you and your family. What do the rest of the people mean to you? They don't mean anything to you. They're just serfs. They're just people. You know, it was just a lack of caring, you know, and that's just not who I was. It was just sort of like cold, you know. It was just like cold, you know. And I used to say to him, what's the point of all this? You have all the money in the world you need. You have all the power you need. What's the point? You know, what's the end goal? And he said the end goal is to get everybody chipped, to control the whole society, to have the bankers, the elite people, you know, the bankers and some governor controlling the world. And I said, do all the people in the Council on Foreign Relations believe this way you do? He said, no. You know, most of them believe they're doing the right thing. A lot of them believe it's better off being socialistic. You know, we have to convince people that socialism is really capitalism. Because America's becoming a socialist country. It's a communist country today.